What are some good natty ways for somebody to get the hormones in their favor so they can get in better shape? Let's say it's someone like between 35 and 45, and they just kind of they want to get up off their ass and start to train and stuff, but maybe their hormones and different things are not in a good position because they haven't really done much about it in a long time.
Even though these aren't really how my diets, I tend to have kind of lower fat diets, but I would say probably get on a higher fat diet. And when I say higher fat, I'm saying higher fat compared to a typical healthy diet. They're probably already eating too much fat, just really the wrong kinds of fat. But like testosterone is synthesized from cholesterol. Cholesterol converts to androstenedione, and that then gets converted to testosterone. So the fats are where our hormones come from, and so you can use fats. Like you can really manipulate things with fats because omega-3 fatty acids are really anti-inflammatory, and so you can kind of improve your way through a sickness. So if what I have like with clients, if they're sick and they're not gonna be training, I have them run our low carb days, but we add extra fat to those from like omega-3 fatty acids, and they self-report feeling better and recovering quicker from. You can imagine because we're supplying all the stuff that reduces inflammation, and inflammation is largely why you feel like crap when you're sick. And then, but also for the same thing, more like the omega-6 fatty acids and arachidonic acid is really hypertrophic. But like the fats would help get their testosterone levels or any sex hormone up better.
Power Project family, your normal shoes are making you weak. This is why we partner with Vivo Barefoot Shoes, because they have a wide toe box, they're flat, and they're flexible. So with every single step you're taking, if you're taking a 10-minute walk outside or when you're working out in the gym, your feet are able to do what they're supposed to do in this shoe. They have tons of options for hiking, running, training in the gym, chilling and relaxing, casual shoes for if you're out on a date. You need to check them out. And Andrew, how can they get it?
Yes, that's over at vivobarefoot.com/powerproject, and you guys will receive 15% off your order automatically. Again, vivobarefoot.com/powerproject. Links to them down in the description as well as the podcast show notes.
Have you worked with many natural competitors getting super lean? Now, have you noticed, because this is one thing that I experienced, and I've seen other natural competitors experience this, but people seem to think that when this happens, it means that they are on some type of PED. But when you get super lean and you're not using any type of exogenous hormones, your libido goes into the tank. Like I didn't have a sex drive for months. Yeah. If I did a testosterone test, it would have been shit. But a lot of natural competitors had to deal with that. And coming out of a prep, it's like their shit still tanked for a while. Yeah. So is there any way for those competitors to mitigate that? Or is that just something that if you're getting super lean and you're on that side, it's just kind of what you have to deal with?
Yeah, it'll come back pretty quickly once you get about 8% body fat.
Yeah.
But in those cases, I do tend to do higher fat diets for the same reason we talked about before.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's funny to say, like natural competitors, because it's a really different look because their skin tends to be much thinner. They haven't used GH. They don't have that thicker skin. They don't hold as much water. And then they don't have as much muscle, which actually makes some things, you still don't have as much muscle to lose. And so people think like they're afraid to diet because they think they're going to lose all their muscle. There was a study done on special operations. That's all you can do these like terrible studies on is people in in the military.
Yeah. Extreme conditions.
Yeah, and they did muscle biopsies testing for muscle loss in extreme deprivation diet. So these were people like going through buds or whatever, basically eating nothing and not sleeping and burning 10,000 calories a day, and they didn't find really any appreciable muscle loss. That's loss of contractile tissue until 5% body fat. Now, that's misleading, and this is kind of like with the scale thing, like what is the scale really measuring? Because that's muscle, that's myosin and actin. Like only about 30% of our muscle is muscle. If I take my bicep out of my arm and cut it in half and look through it cross-sectionally, you see all these blood vessels, capillaries, veins, arteries, glycogen, water, and like probably about 70% of it is the non-muscular stuff, the sarcoplasmic stuff. And so you do lose that. So you look, an analogy for that would be taking like a pound of steak and saying that's muscle. And then if you dehydrate down to the beef jerky, that tiny little bit there, that's real, that's actual muscle. The rest is all the other stuff. So you'll lose all that. You'll look smaller, you look flatter, but that's not real. You can fill those back up, but just bring some food back in the diet. And they don't really lose muscle. They just look, you just look really flat.
Yeah. Hey guys, if you like this clip, go ahead and comment down below and let us know what you liked about it. All right. Share this with a friend. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And also, we are on Reddit and Discord. All that's down below. All our sponsors and everyone that supports us down below there too. So you can get whatever you like from us. All right. Peace.